Hi, my name is Marcos Vargas, and today we're here to talk about one of our upcoming listings in Westminster.
So this is a full authority probate, and what you're going to see in the inside, you're going to be in for a treat because it doesn't reflect how it looks like on the outside.
For those of you that don't know us, we specialize in selling properties that are in probate, and for this particular property or situation, our client needed assistance with selling her brother's home. And today we're really excited because we get to walk you through the process of what exactly we're going to do to get this home ready to go on the market.
Well, what a probate sale is, if you're not familiar with the process, is when you're the last person on title and you do not have a living trust, then now a probate case will need to be opened in order to transfer the property from the person that passed away to the heirs.
Come on, let's check this one out.
The market out here for this particular property, if the property were repaired, being able to finance on it, you're averaging anywhere from about $1 million to maybe $1.1 million.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is, usually situations with probate is that properties are left not in the greatest of shape. Usually they're in their original condition, and it's been many years since they've had any form of work done to them. This property here is no exception to that. When we first walked in here, there was a couple more items. Primarily our client, it was important for her that the property get cleaned and that the property looked in the best condition possible, regardless of obviously the overall shape of the home. So the first thing in the decluttering process was our client had some items that were of value to her, and she wanted them taken to a separate location, which actually was her residence. Because we have a network of vendors, I was able to contact a local mover and help move some heavy pieces of furniture from Westminster to her home in Santa Ana. The second step is because there also were some fairly good items in good condition. We had some things that were donated here to the local Goodwill, which is just around the corner. And in this particular case, the person that got to do that was me, but nonetheless, it was important that these items just be taken to Goodwill because they were in overall good condition and don't necessarily need to go to a landfill. So go ahead and say that this property is going to be sold cash only because So
one of the first things we noticed when we walked through this property is we want to determine whether the property can qualify for financing in the condition that it's in or not. So we had two items that stood out for Marcos and I at this particular property. Was we came in here and we saw the ceiling. The ceiling is exposed. You can see the ducts here, right, for the furnace, AC, and the wiring. And so I know a lot of first-time home buyer financing, the lenders will have an issue with finding this, right? And so we quickly determined that unless she was willing to make some repairs, that the best option would be just to sell the property as is. And so when we're selling a property as is, the ideal client is investors that typically want to buy the property and they want to renovate as a fix and flip as we know it. Or really if our clients are really lucky is if they find a family that has the financial means to buy a property for their children. And then they buy it cash, they renovate it, and typically those end users will pay a higher price point than a fix and flip investor will pay. So those are your two candidates for the buyers for these types of homes when they're cash. As we walked, here was the other two items we noticed, but the main one being, and we're not going to have as good a view, is the bathroom. The bathroom, we noticed that for some reason they had some problems and there's no tile. It's not functioning. It's not in working order. And so that was the second item that we realized with this property that was pushing this property to be sold as is.
Okay, so just here it was just a bedroom that was formerly used as an office, and after our client went through all the important paperwork, she determined that everything in here was just to be disposed of in a landfill or do the trash out, part of the trash out. And likewise, same here in this bedroom, we had some clothing here in the closet, and those were some of the items that were asked that be taken to Goodwill, again, just down the street from here, as well as also there were some books here that I took and we donated them to the public library on Chapman in City of Orange. So this home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and the master bedroom is just right over here. Here in the master, we did have some furniture, some 2 big pieces of furniture here that were taken to our client's property in Santa Ana as her request. And we had some additional clothing that was donated as well. And all that's left here, that is just items that are left behind that are not wanted, that are going to be removed from the property during the trash out process.
Once again, we have the 3 bedrooms, we have the bathroom in the hallway, we have the master bedroom with its private bathroom. Another cool feature of this house is this den, which is not part of the original square footage, and it's going to bring value to the property. But there was one more thing that our administrator liked when they met us. They actually interviewed a couple of other realtors, and there was something that we brought to her attention to make sure that she knew about so that they can maximize as much as they can for the property. You see, what's happening right now in real estate in Southern California, or California for that matter, is any property that has a detached garage, there's a investment opportunity where a lot of homeowners now have the ability to convert the garage into what's called an ADU, an auxiliary dwelling unit. And so when you're selling a property, the investors or even home buyers and users look at this and they see now an opportunity to make an investment on a property that has a garage that can easily be converted into another residence to create income or just more space. And so Marcos and I, selling these properties in probate since 2011, we've noticed since the ADU law came into effect, I think it might have been in 2021, I don't have the exact time, but now that has been an impact in prices that we're seeing coming in a lot higher than we had anticipated because there's an extra value with the ADU. And I think that was one of the reasons that the administrator at that point said, okay, I think you guys are the ones for me, because no one had actually took the time to explain that to us. So we're excited. Here you can see the, again, the detached garage. And what's important with these detached garages is also the beautiful driveway that allows easy entrance, easy access. So if you find yourself in this situation where a family member passed away, we can help you through the process from the beginning to the end.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because this is part 1 of the process to get this home ready to go on the market. On the second part, we're going to show you the finished product and we're going to show you what it looks like once it's ready to go on the market. If you have a home that's in a probate, trust, or conservatorship, reach out to my brother Ed and I, and we'll make sure to help you guys net the highest amount possible.